G'day, welcome to Siteflex. My name is Andy. Today I'm going to show you how to add a new user using Siteflex. I've logged into my Subway site here, the administration account, and as an admin I can add new users. And if you have admin privileges, you'll be able to see the add user link here. If that's something you don't have, contact your Siteflex provider to arrange it. But that's what you click, add user, to add a new user. And the first thing we do is set up some basic details of the user. So the username, for example, this is what the person will be using to log in. So my mate Jack is going to be logging in to update some content. So SW for Subway, the first two letters, _ Jack. And the next bit is password. And the default password is password. And the good thing about that is when every time a user logs in with the password of password, they are prompted to change it, and which is good for security measures. So I'm going to leave it as password, and then he'll be prompted next time he logs in to change it to something a bit more personal and a bit more secure. Next thing we do is first name and last name. So Jack Jackson, and so I'm going to do his email address. There we go. Before you click save, there's a few things here you need to set up as well. So there's the user permissions organized by module. So some of you might not have all these options available depending on what modules you have turned on. But so Jack is only going to be really editing content for my website. I don't really want him to go in and change all the settings for my website. So in this, on these columns, you need to designate yes or no to what sort of settings you want to give him, what sort of permissions. So, like I said, I don't want him to be able to change my website settings, so I'm going to click no for that. But in terms of basic content management, I do want him to be able to add and edit pages. I don't really want him to delete pages, so the answer is no to that. Editing parent pages is fine as well. I'd rather he didn't have control over that sort of thing. So pretty much you just go through and work out how much permission you want to give someone to change and edit your website. So for example, forms, I don't mind him having limited access to forms. I'd rather not him be able to edit the templates, but products is fine. News I'll leave on a little bit, and same with contacts, and same with Mailflex. So there we go. I've done all my settings, so I'm happy now, and I can click save, either of those save buttons, and it's going to ask me if I want to remember the password they entered for him. I'm going to click no, and there we go. User successfully has been added. So I'm just going to test it now. I'm going to log out here. In the top right there's a log out button, so I'm going to try it now. S _ Jack with the password being password, and hit login. Do I want to remember the password? No. So like I said earlier, if you log in with the password of password, you're prompted to change your password, which is quite tricky to say that sentence. But I'm gonna leave this for Jack to do himself. So I don't really want to know what his password is. I'm just going to click cancel. He can do that later. And there we go. This is the thing that he will see when he logs in. It's a bit less options than I have. That's because I restricted some of the control that he has of the website. But he can still do the basic things. He can still edit and do a number of different things here. So there you go. That's how you can add a new user using Siteflex. I hope that's been helpful. Thanks for watching.